I was at Best Buy today, and I was looking around. Nothing too much unusual, nothing new. Except for this. Know what this is? This is the Samsung Mondi. Samsung Mondi is the first mobile internet device I've ever seen in person. Best Buy is currently carrying it for about $500. Now, I'm showing it to you in its closed state. There is a keyboard. You can slide the screen up and use the keyboard. I was unable to do that because the way they had it locked down. It prevented the screen from sliding up. But there's one very important thing that I want you to notice about this device that really gets me in the red. See that? Do you know what that means? That means this thing runs Windows Mobile. If you take a look here at the screen, you probably would not recognize it. That's because Samsung has dressed it up to make it look pretty. But once you get beyond the interface changes, it's literally Windows Mobile. The on-screen keyboard is not very good. I saw a review on CNET of this device. It's the very first WiMAX mobile internet device, so I have to give it some credit for that. It does come with a stylus, and I didn't think to look for one, because most mobile internet devices that I've seen, while they do come with a stylus, it seems to be in a more pronounced location, like the upper right, like on the Nokia N800 and 810. But here's my gripe with the Samsung Mondi. Even CNET didn't like the fact that it was running Windows Mobile. They said that because of the fact that it was running Windows Mobile, it became a bit schizophrenic. The interface was clunky once you get beyond what Samsung had dressed it up to be. It's literally just the same Windows Mobile that you would find on a business-oriented PDA. Note the 3 words in that last sentence. Business-oriented PDA. Okay? Microsoft and RIM are pretty much the kings in the mobile office space. Windows Mobile was really derived from the ground up for the enterprise. It never really was intended, at least the current iteration, was never intended at its core to be something for general consumers. It was primarily targeted at the business market and really nothing much else. And it's been running on this same kernel really since the year 2000, since its inception. This is a very serious problem. Windows Mobile 6.5 is not going to fix this either. From what I've heard, Microsoft is now going to put its own interface changes on the top, but otherwise it's pretty much the same other than possibly some new features. Mobile internet devices really work best with Linux. And why is that? Because Linux runs beautifully on low-end hardware. And low-end hardware is exactly what the mobile internet device has. Why? So you can keep the cost down. The mobile internet device is really intended to be just that, a mobile internet device. Instant messaging, email, web browsing, that's about it. You can do a whole plethora of things with Linux. And you can actually build a whole distribution for your mobile internet device with Linux. In fact, the Moblin, which stands for Mobile Linux project, is devoted to Android, and Android is going on to MIDs, I think. Linux is really the best operating system in the mobile space because you can build it so that it looks friendly to consumers. They've been trying to do the same thing with Windows Mobile. The trouble is, once you get past the interface changes, like I showed you on the Samsung Mondi, you have a very, very clunky interface. CNET that even Ken German of CNET, in his review, stated that even for the Windows Mobile aficionados, the experience of the Mondi with Windows Mobile was not a good one. Windows Mobile, now that we've got BlackBerry, we've got the iPhone, we've got Android, and we've got WebOS. All four of these are major players in the mobile space now. Windows Mobile is not necessarily dead, but it is dying. It's a slow death. Mobile internet devices are not meant for the business professional, therefore they should not be running an operating system that's meant for the business environment. A lot of people like Windows because it is what they are used to. Well, get this. Not only are vendors dressing up Windows Mobile. Again, let me show you what Samsung has done to the Mondi to make it look a little bit more appealing. This is not your traditional Today screen. For those of you who are not familiar with Windows Mobile, this is not what you would expect. This is a custom interface over the top, and the reason they did that was to make it look less threatening. For the novice, Windows Mobile can be very intimidating. For the aficionado, very serious interface cleanups are needed, so Microsoft leaves it to the third-party OEMs to do that. Once you get past that, though, you're stuck with what Windows Mobile truly is, which is, I don't know where to begin without possibly really insulting some Windows Mobile purists, and I may have already done that, so I don't want to go any further on that. I apologize if I upset anyone. But another thing that the manufacturers are doing is the device's internet browser, which is Mobile Internet Explorer, is so bad that they are actually loading Opera on it in place of or in addition to. In the Mondi's case, it is in addition to. Windows Mobile just does not belong in the mobile internet device space. Linux, it really is a better environment to develop for the MID because, again, it runs beautifully on low-end hardware, and you can actually build it from the ground up to where it doesn't look at all intimidating. It's speedy, it's quick, it's solid. The odds of it truly getting infected are about zero, certainly a heck of a lot less than what Windows would. But in terms of the mobile space, it's not so much viruses that we're worried about as it is, I mean, that's certainly a threat, but it's the interface. Apple pioneered a truly easy-to-use user interface with the iPhone, and now Windows vendors that have agreements with Microsoft are trying to do the same with Windows Mobile. They're trying to cover it up. That's how bad it is. They are trying to cover it up. Windows Mobile, again, this is just my view on it. It does not belong with mobile internet devices. This is something that you really need to leave to the open source community. So Samsung, try to get an agreement with Google to use Android or talk to the Moblin developers. Build something, build something all your own. Don't rely, on others to do it for you. Just don't just take a 10-year-old operating system, and dress it up, because truly underneath, because you cannot navigate the Moblin, the Mondi with the 100% Samsung interface. You do have to exit out into the dinosaur-like Windows Mobile environment. So, yeah, Linux really is the better deal. This is just my view on it, but that's what I think. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome. Insults against me will get you blocked, and have a nice day.